Thank God, the credits are finally rolling.
We here at VNI Nation value the opinions and recommendations of our viewers. And so, every once in a while, we will make a special video where we take a comment or a recommendation from one of our viewers and we watch the movie and we review it. And this is one of those videos. A while back, on one of our most popular videos that we ever made, the review of an underrated classic, Mr. Right, a certain Mr. Mongo commented, "Underrated film, Cyrus. It's a hilarious comedy, and somehow, when people watch it, they don't even realize it's a comedy. Very funny. John C. Reilly and Jonah Hill. Underrated." Is Cyrus truly underrated? That is the question we are tackling today.
My first thoughts about this movie are, what is this movie and why haven't I heard of it? Jonah Hill, I looked up the trailer, I thought, it seems like it might be a funny movie, so I might as well go ahead and give it a chance. John C. Reilly, most commonly paired with Will Ferrell and Jonah Hill, this has to be a funny movie. Boy, was I wrong.
This movie is very awkward. There are many scenes that are hard to watch because they make you cringe so bad it hurts. Right off the bat, in the very first scene, we are treated to an image that makes me want to bleach my eyes out. This man's ex-wife walks in on him, fiddling the donkey's tail in his bedroom. Later in the film, we find out that they've been separated for 7 years. 7 years! She should not have a key to his apartment after 7 years. That whole first scene could have just been a phone call. And the end result of him going to the party would have still happened. We also find out that they work together and they go jogging together. Although we have a much more modern term for that called stalking. And that's not the only instance of stalking either. Apparently, John has a real problem with it. Next, I want to point out that the first major flaw with Molly that I noticed. Molly saw this vulnerable, drunk man at this party and quite literally hunted him down and seduced him into having sex with her. Molly is a sexual predator, and I stand by that.
Now, that's not to say that there aren't a ton more problems with the movie. First off, it addresses the complex of the Oedipus complex, where you're in love with your mother in like a romantic sense, and that's just super uncomfortable the entire movie. There is never a point where they try to make it something funny, and it is funny. It's just extremely uncomfortable in a way that would make your skin crawl. Like, for instance, there's a scene where John C. Reilly is over at their house, and Jonah just comes in while his mom is in the shower, goes in there to use the bathroom, and starts singing, which is weird. But then the mother starts singing too, which made it even weirder, and it just didn't really make sense for the whole theme of the movie for that scene to even be in there. I almost felt like I was going to have to finish the movie on more illicit sites, such as Orange YouTube. And on top of that, Cyrus is a creepy, awkward dude the entire movie. It never really lets up. Not even in the end. He's still really creepy. So we don't really see any character growth from him besides him not even necessarily getting over his Oedipus complex. So we didn't really see any growth. With that being said, I wrote down a couple thoughts for my conclusion. So I'm just going to read it off and let you guys process that. The film is a poor attempt at an awkward romance between a deadbeat ex-husband to someone else, of course, and a loving mother with her son. While the film could have been a downright hilarious film, the producers apparently decided that they would hire the Z team when it came to the writers. I seriously have to wonder how no one was fired. Where there could have been an awkward but funny moment, the director decided to stretch those moments to the point that it made my skin crawl and I wanted to do anything else. The only redeemable moment was the 12-year-old who was operating the camera. Made me feel like I knew what I was doing with these YouTube reviews. I'm kidding, of course. The redeemable moment did actually happen. It was about an hour and 15 minutes into the movie, which was basically at the end of it. And it was not touching enough to justify the waste of life that I spent watching the rest of this film. To the person that suggested this film, it was terrible. So I just wanted to make sure you'll know this movie was maybe a 2. It was not good. I would not suggest it. And if you really want to put yourself through that torture, it's not on any of the streaming sites. So you also have to purchase it or rent it through Google or Amazon.
If you've got a movie you want us to review, let us know. Leave a comment, reach out to us through social media, and if you're feeling really generous, check us out on Patreon where you can guarantee that we will review your movie. All of the links can be found in the link tree in the description of this video. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and we will see you the next time the credits roll.